Hello again, everyone. How's everybody doing? Well, I did have a bit of a sleep, um, about hour and a half, maybe something like that. So feel a little bit better. Um, so that's good. I'm watching one of my favourites, Robin Hood. This is beautiful. I've got a record that came with a book of this exact soundtrack. My daddy bought it for me years ago. Absolutely love this. I do. I love this. Yeah, so I had a bit of a rest. I feel a little bit better, but still a bit achy. Could be my age. Don't answer that. I told you, like in my other videos, same thing happens. She hears mummy and then she comes. Get down, please. Thank you. Mummy's got a cigarette. You have to be careful, darling, please. Good girl. Yeah, so she heard me and here again. But I've got a cigarette this time, so she's got to be careful. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, my age. Yeah, don't answer that. But I do. I love this movie. It's so sweet. I was going to continue watching Downton Abbey, but then this kept popping into my head, and I thought I've got to watch it. Haven't seen it for ages. This is such a lovely movie. Got beautiful songs in it as well. It's really, really nice. So I hope everyone's all right. Anyway, I was listening to a couple of stories as well before I fell asleep. And then I don't remember anything else until about 10 minutes ago. So I got up, but felt a little bit hungry. So I had a piece of chicken and some fruit. I had a pear. Haven't had those for years. I actually forgot how tasty they were. So my tummy is a little bit full for now. And I'll have some more in a little while, something else in a little while. Shush, you're not being fed yet. You was only fed 2.5 hours ago. Go away. You're not having no more food? No. No, you're having no more food. You were fed just before Mummy went to lay down. Yes. I know you were, because I fed you on my other video. So you're having no more? No. My little girl. She's a little devil. I wouldn't part with her, but she will not get out of my way. Come on, darling. Oh. Stop it now, please. Behave yourself. You're knocking everything down. Please don't do that. Oh. When I got into bed earlier, some idiot decided to ring my bell. So went to see who it was, and it was just someone that wanted to hand me a survey. And I'm thinking, that's what letterboxes are for. So I don't know what he was messing about at. But it was already the one that I'd already filled out, so I'm not doing it again. Oh, took me about 10 minutes to get up. So my leg was playing me up and I couldn't get up, and then I tried to get up and then my leg let me down, so I had to get back down again or I would have fell. That wasn't nice. Really hurt. Something else that I got from Heartbeat that I told you I liked. This is the man that's on my bottle. This is based on that man. Greengrass, Claude Greengrass. He's gorgeous, and he's holding a little ferret in his hand. This side. He's so cute. Yeah. So this kept going in my head. I was thinking about it as soon as I woke up, and I thought, oh, I've got to watch this. I have to watch this. So I'm watching Robin Hood. I love the King. He's so funny. He's really funny. Still very cold outside. Just so annoying. But then again, you've got to expect it, I suppose. You know, it is November. Sometimes you're going to get, you know, nice warmish days. Other times it's going to be really, really cold. But it's nice and warm in here, so that's the main thing. Yeah, so I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. Probably nothing. Depends on what the weather's like. My washing is nearly dry on my radiators. I like to leave it on there for a few hours, just to make sure, you know, everything's dry. And then I'll put that away. So that could be one job tomorrow, if I forget to take them off the radiators before I go to bed later. I was pleased in a way that I didn't sleep too long, because you know, then I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight, and I'm trying to get back into a pattern, you know, sleeping at the right hours. So hopefully I'll be okay, and you know, I'll be able to stay up for a few more hours, and then before it gets too late, try and settle back down for bed later. Apart from that, I'm not going to do much, apart from watch this. This is so sweet. But I love the lion, King John. I think it's King John. No, Little John is the bear. Prince John. I know it was a John. I thought it was. It's Prince John. But it's got lovely colours in it. It's really pretty. Oh, I thought I heard a bit of thunder earlier. I wasn't sure if I did or not, but I think I did. We did have a thunderstorm earlier. Not today. It was a couple of days ago. If you're wondering what's the red thing on top of my fan, it's a little poppy that I brought. I always buy one for my daddy and my granddad because my daddy wasn't in the war, but I always buy him one. But my granddad was. He was in both World Wars. Bless him. Came out with a couple of injuries on the Second World War, but at least he survived. That was the main thing. So he did his part. Bless him. There we go, like that again. Yep, so he did his part. But no, I always buy my daddy one as well. Because he used to watch the Remembrance every year. Because obviously his daddy was in the war. So, and he always used to buy poppies. So, and he loves poppies. Or he did love poppies. So I always buy him one. Oh dear. I feel a little bit better, but my legs are starting to ache a little bit. But as I said, I don't really like, talking about things. Because one of my problems is some person, voice, that sort of thing, has a go at me quite a lot and runs me down and things like that. But so I try not to say too much. But I'm okay. It's okay. I'm getting there slowly. Oh, it's probably as well because I have been laying down, so it's got to settle itself down to be in the position where I'm sitting up now. So, but it will go down and it will settle. So, I've had the problem for years now, so I get used to its antics and if it's going to be worse than what it was the day before, or kick off the same day worse than it did in the morning, or that sort of thing. So I get used to it. Doesn't mean to say it's not annoying, because it is. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure what I'll watch after this one. Oh boy. I might watch one of the other two from the pile that I picked out earlier. I might watch one of those or find something completely different. I did used to like as well, I don't think it was in America, It might have been in a couple of other countries, I'm not entirely sure, but it was a really good series. It was called Bad Girls, about a ladies' prison, and it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Finally got every series of that a few months ago. I got the uncut version, which is really nice. Because obviously, you know, when it's on television, sometimes they actually cut it. You don't see the whole thing. So it was nice to see little bits that I'd not seen before, or, you know, certain conversations that were in it that were never shown on the TV. I might actually watch that. I haven't seen that for a long, long time. Loads of people from EastEnders, which is a soap program that's on the telly, as some of you might not know. But I love that program. I caught up with the 4 episodes that were on this week yesterday. So got to wait again now till Monday. But yeah, a lot of people that were in EastEnders, or sometimes still make an appearance back into EastEnders, were in Bad Girls. Some played prison officers, some played the prisoner. Men and women from EastEnders were in it. So that's nice. It's nice to see people from different programs. But there's one prison guard I cannot stand. He is horrible. Thinks he can do whatever he wants with the female prisoners, until he gets his comeuppance. In the end, it all goes pear-shaped, shall we say? But it is a really, really good series. When I woke up, Sutika was in the corner over there, and she was sitting on my Flintstone pillow until I got out of bed. Then she wanted her cuddles, so she had some cuddles. Apart from that, I don't know. But oh, excuse me. By the time this is finishes, I'll probably change my mind and want to watch something else instead. But we'll see. We'll see. See what I feel like after this. But this is one of my favourite. It's beautiful. It's a lovely, lovely story. It's very interesting. It's one of those stories from history that is really interesting when you read about things. And I watched a program the other day on YouTube. Someone was talking about Guy Fawkes and how the bonfire and the fireworks, you know, all linked in with one another on the 5th of November every year. That was very, very interesting. That was, I think it was 1810, I think that was. That was a very, very long time ago. But it was actually very interesting to listen to. So that passed a little bit of time. cannot believe it's nearly 20 minutes again already. Jesus, I've been talking for 20 minutes. Wow. Jeez, time does go fast. I have noticed in the last few months that not many days go slow. A lot of them go very, very quickly. I think sometimes it has something to do with because I've got insomnia. So obviously, you know, I was sleeping at different times. But I have noticed as well, some of it does go quick as well when I'm actually up at the right time and go to bed at the right time. They do say that the time goes quicker when you get older, which I don't really think that's a nice thing to know, to be honest. But we don't want to get into that subject because I don't like thinking about that sort of thing, even though it's inevitable for everybody. I don't like talking about that kind of thing. Yeah, this Guy Fawkes documentary, it was really good and very, very fascinating. It was really good. And I was watching some people, I can't remember who they are, but I know I am subscribed to them on YouTube. Grim something. I was watching a few of their videos the other day because they came over to the UK from America, and they were going around these different places like graveyards and haunted churches and things, and they were actually in Scotland, and there is quite a lot of haunted places and churches in Scotland, and that's where Greyfriars Bobby, where he came from, with his daddy. And then when his daddy died, he was always laying on his grave, bless him. He was such a beautiful dog, little Greyfriars. He was lovely, little Bobby. He was absolutely beautiful. It's really nice. The original version is such a beautiful movie with all the old, you know, all the old stone cobbled roads and all the old shops. It's lovely. It's a lovely, lovely movie. So that's another one. I don't really know what else to say now. I might have to take a trip to the shop tomorrow because I've got to get some more painkillers for my legs and my back, even though they don't really help, but it takes the edge off a tiny bit, so it's better than nothing. But until then, I'm going to stay in the warm, and I'm going to be watching some movies and things like that. I did see the other night when I went into the garden just to put some rubbish in my bin, I did see a shooting star. I haven't seen one of those for years. It was really beautiful. So that was something you know, different to look at. And when the fireworks were around on the 5th, I was actually surprised. We only had a few actually on the 5th, because sometimes, you know, we get them on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, but we didn't this year. Just a few went off, and I was looking out the window at them because it was cold that night. It was really, really cold. So I decided to stay in. Sometimes I look out from my garden, but I stayed in this time. But I looked out the window and they were very pretty. I do like fireworks. I think they're very pretty. In the right hands, obviously, because there are some people that do some stupid crap with them. But in the right hands, they're safe and pretty. So that's good. It's good to know that there are still some sensible, shall we say, people out in the world. Although it seems like, as every day passes, that's getting less and less. But you never know. The world might turn itself round again and settle down and things, but it's in a bit of a mess, and not just in the UK. It's in a bit of a mess in a lot of other countries as well, which is a shame. But that's it's just part of life, I guess. I did find another box set that I haven't seen all of them for a long time. Steptoe and Son, got every single episode, including the 2 movies, which one I was watching the other day, as you know, and the 2 Christmas specials. So that's a really nice. That's another nice box set. I also have every episode of The Incredible Hulk. The movies that they've done without Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby, they weren't too bad. I wasn't keen on the one with I think his name is Eric Norton. But the one I did love was the first one that they'd done. It was with Eric Bana, funny enough. That is a really good movie. I like that movie. It's very, very good. That's a thought. I might watch that. That'd be a good idea. I haven't seen that for a very long time. That's been over a year. But I have got every episode of the TV series with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. They were brilliant together. And I love The Incredible Hulk. It's really good. I actually find him kind of cute. But my brain does really weird things. I can only watch it if I stay in and it's nighttime. I'm fine. But if I go and put something in the bin or something and it's dark and I'm watching it, silly things run through my head, and I can imagine him running up the road and everything else. And it's the case of, no, can't be doing with that. I'll get triggered. Bye, bitch. I can't be doing that. No. So I charge back in here again, and then I sit there and go, what is wrong with you? You are stupid. There's no such thing. And obviously I know, people cannot get to that, that kind of state, because obviously, too much gamma radiation, you're dead. So even though obviously everyone does have a certain amount of gamma radiation in their bodies, they have to. But something to that extent, the person wouldn't last. It's funny, really, sometimes, how your brain, does some silly things, even though, you know, things aren't real. But I do love that program. I watched it from the beginning years ago. And I finally got that when I first moved up to this area where I am now. I wasn't here. I was in my old place before I moved to this property. I first got it then. Finally found every episode. And I was so happy because before then I hadn't seen it for over 15 years, 15, 20 years. So I was so happy when I first got it. So that's another nice TV series. Oh, I used to. Oh, excuse me. I always also used to watch another one called Where the Heart Is. That used to be on a channel in the UK called ITV. But that was really weird. They only brought out the first four series, out of the 10 that they'd done. Only the first 4 series was on DVD, which I did buy. I did like it, but in a way, I was happy in a way, because the two main nurses I liked in that, one left, and the other one's character died. So I did watch it, as I said, after that, but it wasn't the same. It's like, you know, sometimes like Heartbeat, something like that, you know, when you get used to the characters and then they suddenly, you know, they die in the show, or they just leave the show. Sometimes it looks a bit different, but or it has a different feel to it. But Where the Heart Is was really, really it was a really nice family story. So that's another one. But yeah, I have all the Carry On movies, every single one, even the ones that wasn't originally brought out with the 31 movies DVD box set. And I've also got the Christmas specials. They are really funny. I do love the Carry On movies. The two that I'm not keen on is Carry On England and Carry On Jack. I didn't find them very funny at all. But the others, they're amazing. Oh, and the very first one, Sergeant, I wasn't keen on that one either. I used to watch Carry On Spying, and I wasn't sure for a long time whether or not I actually liked that one. But then I actually got into it, and it's actually a very, very funny movie. So I like that one now. But as I said, the ones that I really not keen on, I do watch them, but they're not as funny, and I don't get as many, you know, happy sort of feelings or that when I'm watching them. But the rest of them, they are so funny, things they get up to. Some of my favorites are Carry On Screaming, Carry On Matron, Carry On Doctor, Carry On Cruising is a funny one. Another one is Carry On Nurse. That is so funny. I love Charles Hawtrey and Kenneth Williams. Oh, they made me laugh. especially Charles Hawtrey. He had the most disgusting giggle. Oh, he was so funny, especially in Carry On Nurse. He was so funny. The things that he did. So yeah, they are. I would say they are definitely up there in my movie collection favorites. They are really, really good. I've also got the TV series that came out with them. I think they've done 4 series of that. So I've got that as well. But yeah, I've got, as I said to you in another video, I've got so many DVDs. I just can't remember what I've got and what I haven't got. Oh, I remembered when we was talking about Blackadder earlier. I remembered who it was that was in it because I completely forgot his name. It was Rowan Atkinson. But Blackadder is hysterical. That is so funny. And his sidekick in that, if you want to say that, Tony Robinson, he's funny in that as well. He's very, very funny. Yeah, so I've got loads and loads of DVDs. I love Lassie. I loved The Littlest Hobo. And Tintin and his little dog Snowy. I like him. And Rin Tin Tin, which is the Alsatian. I've got those as well. I've got so many. That's why I get so frustrated when, it gets through your mind and you're sitting there going, what do I want to watch? What am I in the mood for? I love the Harry Potter movies as well. They're really nice. I love the owl, Hedwig. And Hagrid, Robbie Coltrane. Oh, he was really brilliant in that movie. In those movies, he's amazing. I do like the Harry Potter character. Ron is funny as well. And Hermione can be a little bit stuck up when she wants to be. But then again, she's like that in real life anyway. So, but my favorite is Hagrid. And Maggie Smith's in them as well, and she's funny in them as well, bless her. But they are very, very nice movies. They've got, I love the college that they use. It's an old church castle, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I love all the different lights and things that they have in there, like at Christmas time. And it's a beautiful, beautiful soundtrack. And his Harry's owl, Hedwig, absolutely beautiful. She is stunning. The owls that they used, all the owls that they used in that in those movies, I actually live near where the animal sanctuary is, where they stayed. So quite a lot, because they used to, they were well trained and everything. So they used to let them out and have a fly around, and sometimes in the summer months, I used to see them flying over my bungalow, or when I was in the garden and everything. Used to see them, and the one that was Hedwig, I saw her as well. Beautiful, beautiful animals. They are absolutely gorgeous. So that's another fun fact. So I'm kind of famous with the Harry Potter movies. I live quite near to where they used they had their owls. But owls are very pretty. They are very pretty. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what else to say. You know, before I come on and I do a video, I've got things to say, and I think, well, that might be a bit of a giggle or something to say to people, and then I come on and I forget what it was. I think that might be because I'm still getting used to doing these. My hair is doing its thing. Still getting used to doing these. So I'm a little bit self-conscious at the minute. That's probably one of the reasons. Over the back there, you can see my plates just behind the Christmas lights. I've got Wind in the Willow plates up there, and one's Thomas the Tank Engine, and I've also got one of Harry Potter with his owl. Did I tell you I like Lassie? Yes, I like Lassie. There was another TV show I loved, is Miss Marple. I loved the movies as well with Margaret Rutherford. They're brilliant movies. But I think the best Miss Marple for the TV series was Joan Hickson. She was also in Carry On Nurse. She played the sister. And she was also in a couple of other ones. But yeah, she's, in my opinion, she's the best Miss Marple. I've got those as well. I love that theme tune. It's really, really nice. Used to love watching that of a Sunday evening. All curled up and that sort of thing. Sitting on the sofa, all curled up, watching it with my daddy and things like that. It's lovely memories. There is a movie I like. It's called Fright. It's sort of a horror movie about a babysitter. And I remember years and years ago, that was one of my first horror movies, because it was in the 80s, so I wasn't that old in the 80s. That was one of the first horror movies that I actually sat up and watched with my daddy. It started about quarter to midnight, and I sat up and watched it with him, and that is a beautiful movie. Just for the fact that I, have memories watching it with my daddy. And it is a really nice movie. It's a really good movie. Susan George is in that. She is also one of the characters in Jack the Ripper with Michael Caine. I also like, animal movies like Born Free, Living Free, To Walk with Lions. They're really nice because they're based on true stories. I think depending on what the storyline is about, if it's a true, based on a true story, I think it makes it more sort of special to watch. I love the King Kong movies as well. I've got all those, including the cartoons. That was really good. But I don't know what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night. It's nearly 7:25. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. I've been waffling about nothing for about 45 minutes. As I said, when I woke up, I did think, oh, that'd be something to talk about with people. When I got up, and then I started the video, and then I completely forgot what I was going to say. So it can't be that important. But I am going to, I would definitely be watching something else after this is finished. I just haven't made up my mind what yet. But I'll definitely be watching something. Oh, another 3-movie series set that I love is K9. And you got K9 PI. And can't remember what the other one's called. But I know there's 3 in the series. With Jerry Lee, the dog. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, needed my last painkillers. I was trying to leave off for a bit, but starting to get into a bit of pain, and I don't want it going too bad. Yes, Jerry Lee, the German Shepherd police dog. No, I can't think. I can't think what they're all called. I know there's one K9 and K9 PI. But I can't think what the third one's called. See, my brain's gone again. I cannot believe that idiot goes and rings my bell earlier and just gives me that survey. It's ridiculous. There's no need for it. He could have put it through my letterbox. They did last time. But I'm very pleased that I've got my fence and my gate back now. Gives me a little bit more privacy. So hopefully next year I'll be able to put everything back in my garden again. I waited so long to do it, and I was so happy when I'd done it, and then people have to be nasty, stupid teenagers have to be stupid and set fire to things, and then they were just literally getting into the garden and taking my stuff, which I did not expect that at all. I didn't expect that, but in a lot of countries in the world these days, disabled people, they are discriminated against, and they are picked on. But you know, you tell the police these things, and they expect you to have, you know, expensive mobile phones so you can hook Wi-Fi up to everything and all that nonsense. So you can have cameras and things outside. But you know, not everybody's got expensive things where you can hook up this and hook up that. But I've got some ideas of how I can deter them next time when I put my stuff out there, so hopefully it works. But obviously, as I said, you know, I've got some ideas, but you know, I'm not going to obviously say that on the internet because you know, obviously, you know, thousands of people have got internet, thousands of people go on YouTube, and you never know, you know, people that, you know, took my stuff, you know, they might see me on YouTube one day. So, you know, I don't want to outright say what ideas I've got right now. That would not be a good idea. So I'll keep that bit to myself. But I have got some ideas to keep me safer. So that's the main thing. Ow. So I moved wrong. So I heard something. It's my little girl. I can hear her. She's in the bathroom and she's actually snoring. I can hear her snoring. She's really cute. She's a pretty little girl. But I'm so pleased that she's getting better with her fur and that, because as I said in one of my other videos, we did have a bit of a worrying time with her, or I did. Well, yeah, it would be we, because you know she was obviously worried as well, bless her, because it was her. But she's a lot better now. Still got to get a little bit of fur around her. But these things take time. Fur doesn't grow back that quick. So, especially if animals lose it through an illness or allergic reaction to something, it doesn't grow back as quick as it does as if they're shaved for operations. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't seem to work that way. I think when I fell asleep for that hour and a half, 2 hours, I think I might have slept a little bit heavy because getting a bit of a headache. My goodness, 53 minutes. And aren't you lucky? You've got another hour-ish video of me waffling. But as I did say in my first video, you know, if you don't want to watch this kind of thing, or, you know, you don't want to watch anybody, you know, certain people, you don't have to, you know, just move on and just leave them to it. But just don't leave any nasty comments on anything if you don't want to watch it, or you're not interested. I personally can't see the point of people, you know, watching other people's videos if they're just going to be nasty and things like that. I don't understand why anyone would want to do something like that. It's just not. It's not necessary if you're going to be nasty. There's no need for it. But at least it's nice and warm in here anyway, so all nice and cozy. I am going to turn my heating down very soon because it does get quite warm in here very quickly. So I'll turn that down. As I have done in quite a few of my other videos, you've seen me rub my hands occasionally. My hands were another thing that was affected with my nerve problem. They tingle sometimes, and sometimes they fall asleep, and I've got to wake them up, and they go numb. Then they wake up again. My doctor does know everything that's going on with me, so there's no worries there. It's just after, it'll be 10 years February, March time next year, that I've had this problem. And we've basically just come up with, all we know is it's a nerve problem, it's a muscle problem, but we're not quite sure where the nerves are clashing to cause all this problem. I've actually given up trying to think about, exactly what did happen or where's it come from. That sort of thing. I did that for quite a few years, and I got upset by it quite a lot because I couldn't come up with an answer. When I was in so much pain, or I couldn't do things that I could do before. But I can still do them, but it will take me a lot longer. Because years ago, every place I was, I used to change it round. Put my things in different places to make it look different, obviously. I used to was able to put carpets down. Although I do have rugs now, but I was able to move the furniture myself. Yes, even though I am in a wheelchair, it is possible if you're determined. I used to be able to do all that myself. As I said, I still could, but it would take me longer, and I would probably be in a lot more pain. So I don't do that now. So everywhere where my stuff is right now, it's staying there. I'm not going to move it. I'm not going to do that kind of thing. I'm not going to, I'm not going to hurt myself. It's not worth it anymore. And obviously, as everybody, you get older. So I think my days of moving things about and moving properties and things like that, I think those days are over. So I don't do that. So I'm going to stay where I am. And people are nasty outside my home, I will just ignore them. And but obviously, if things did get too bad, obviously I would tell, the police, or, if they didn't do anything, then, I'd get a solicitor involved and some other people involved if things got too bad. But I haven't really had any problems, not really since July, since They did that with my fencing gate. Things have started to die down. But that could be because, you know, they don't want to be out in the cold. I'm just got to hope that, you know, nothing else happens. You know, when the hot weather and that starts to come round again, just hope nothing happens. We did have some really nice hot weather this year, for quite a few weeks. But I'm very weird. Well, it could be the weathers that are weird, because I do like the hot weather, you know, the sun and, you know, things like that. But it's the hot weather doesn't like me. If it's too hot, it gives me really bad headaches. And you know, the same with winter. You know, I love, as I said, you know, I love the snow and things like that. But I can't be out in it too long because I get cold very easily. Especially when I'm driving my scooter, and I'm okay if my hands don't get cold, but as soon as my hand gets cold, that's when I suffer. So it's the season's weather that don't like me. So I either get headaches or I get overly cold, which both parts is not. It's not very nice. It's not a very nice feeling. I can still hear my little girl. She's snoring away. Bless her. Also, like Winnie the Pooh. I think he's cute. Winnie the Pooh and Tigger are my favourite. They are really sweet. They're adorable. Another film that's amazing, which was based on a real plane pilot, is Reach for the Sky. The true story of Douglas Bader. That is an amazing, amazing movie. I do. I love that movie. I will. Oh, excuse me. I will. I will find other things to talk about apart from the movies I like. I could tell you about the hundreds of teddy bears that I got. All different teddy bears. Care Bears, normal bears, Christmas bears. I've got quite a load. But you know, as I said, as I've said before in the other videos, you know, it's what it's nothing to do with anybody else. It's what makes that person happy, and you know what gives that person comfort. It's nothing to do with anyone else. Yes, hello. It's you woke up quick again. You heard Mummy talking again. Yeah, so you know, it's nothing to do with anybody else. You know, as long as that person is happy, that's you know, that's basically all that matters. It's nothing to do with anybody else. Hello. It's nothing to do with anybody else, you know. Because there's loads of things that, you know, give people comfort. You know, different people comfort. Get down, darling, please. Oh, now she's knocked it all down. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, she's knocked me light. Oh, ooh, spooky. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Oh, hang on. I've got to move that because that's my purse. And I don't want that falling. So give me a couple of seconds. Can't believe she's done this when I'm trying to do a video. Oh, honestly. I do love her, but she does do silly things sometimes. Oh, spooky, spooky. She does do very silly things sometimes. She goes through these phases when mummy's doing something, she wants mummy. When I'm not, and I'm just sitting here and, you know, on my own, twiddling my fingers or whatever, she doesn't want me. She's sound asleep or doing her own thing, playing. But yeah, so as I was saying, oh, for goodness sake, get down. As I was saying, you know, it's what makes people happy that matters. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. You know, it's what gives that person comfort, especially if they live on their own, or you know, something like that, or they don't have many friends or whatever. If people basically minded their own business a lot more in this world, I think it would be a better place. But all you can do is hope for those kind of things. There isn't much else you can do, really. You know, just keep yourself to yourself, keep yourself happy. Don't worry about what other people are doing. And you know, just try and live the best and happiest life that you can. So well, it's 1 hour and 7 minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and turn down my heating for a bit. And if I remember what I was going to say, I'll make another video. But anyway, you take care of yourself. Be safe. Be good. Look after each other. And be happy. Don't worry about what anybody else says. Okay, I'm going to go finish watching this movie. I'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Bye.